Hello and a very warm welcome to Art Saveri, a platform where we get into conversation with the personalities from all walks of life. Today I have a very special guest with me. He's a multitasking writer. He's a novelist, he's a writer, he's a journalist, he's a columnist, he's a teacher, and the list goes on and on. And above all, he's the great-great-grandson of the most famous Indian painter, Raja Ravi Varma. I have with me Mr. Shreekumar Varma. A very warm welcome.
Thank you.
So as your introduction includes, you are a multitasking writer. Please throw some spotlight on that.
I started out being a short story writer, and then I was sort of pulled into journalism, so I kept writing. And then I realized that I could write a play because the first play I wrote won a second prize somewhere, so I thought maybe I could pursue this. And this novel was always at the back of my mind that I would write a novel someday. And then I kept writing poetry in between, so that was also published. And finally there was this competition from major national newspaper had a competition, national competition, and my play got the first prize. So I thought maybe I am definitely a playwright also. And then this novel came. And the children's books and the novel came together at almost the same time. And novel takes a long time to sort of really get into it and revise and rewrite and get through it. It's a very interesting thing because you stay with it for such a long time. In the meantime, if I had a writer's block, I would stop and do my play or write a poem or something like that, get back very fresh into the novel. So that's been the experience there.
So we can say writing and English literature, or the literature on the whole, was always your first love?
Literature wasn't actually my first love. I got into it because I couldn't get anything else. So then I realized that maybe this is something good. But when I started teaching students, first I taught literature students, MA and MPhil students in college. And then finally I moved on to teaching mathematics students, which were completely scientific background. So I started teaching mathematics students literature, and I realized that they have better flair for literature because they think out of the box, and they are more logical.
And even people say that creative writing can never be taught, but you are the one who actually, made them pen down.
Yes, but that's an interesting thing because I get people from all over India who come stay in Chennai, and they teach, they taught mathematics. So when they come, some of them don't even, are not even able to talk in English. And then I bring out, because I don't insist on them talking in English, I ask them to think about the regional literature that they have read, the stories that their parents have told them. So I bring it out. Finally, at the end of the thing, they are able to write very good poems and short stories.
So vocabulary and control of the language is not important.
That's a little bit of a hindrance, but I'm not very fussy about that because as long as the
thought should come out.
Thought should come out, then it's.
And you've written plays, you have written books, novels. Do you think writing is all interlinked, or it should have a special bent, a different bent of mind for everything?
Poetry is the only one which stands out of all this. It's a personal, intimate sort of thing. But as far as the other things are concerned, it's basically the storytelling. So it's like you're going into various rooms, and the first thing is the novel. So you have a bigger room, and you try and make a difference there. There's already a framework. Somebody has already said this is what a novel should be. You make a little difference. You maybe widen the scope a little bit. Then you take your story and go into another room, which is a play, which has already got its identity. This is how you should be. So you try and see how much you can work your story. So it's actually a story which is going into these genres.
So the horizon is changing.
The horizon, the limits, maybe you change those limits yourself. So that is the difference between these things. So there is no, it's the difficulty from crossing from one room, entering one room and then going into the other.